What happens when ARMY expects a big surprise from Taehyung, but Taehyung decides to do things completely on his own terms? I's Purple Heart September 1st is getting closer, and the excitement is already building. Fans are watching every update, every photo, every little hint, and every unexpected move, wondering whether Tae might have something special waiting behind the scenes. But maybe the biggest mistake fans can make right now is expecting too much. Because if there is one thing Taehyung has proven time and time again, it is that he knows how to surprise people when they least expect it. And honestly, if you get too close, he bites. Smirking face fire. Welcome back, ARMY. Before we get into this, make sure you stay until the end because September 1st could bring an unexpected Tae moment, and the most interesting part may not be what fans are predicting right now. Instead of trying to decide exactly what Taehyung is going to do, maybe we should simply let Tae be Tae and enjoy whatever surprise comes naturally. The countdown to September 1st has fans talking more and more. Whenever an important date approaches, ARMY starts connecting the dots. A photo gets analyzed, a schedule gets examined, a past comment suddenly feels important, and a tiny detail becomes a theory. Before long, expectations can become so high that fans almost create the surprise themselves before Taehyung even has the opportunity to do anything. That is where things get interesting. What if September 1st does not happen exactly the way everyone expects? What if Taehyung chooses something simple? What if he posts at a completely unexpected time? What if he suddenly appears with a message nobody saw coming? Or what if there is no massive announcement at all, but instead a small, unmistakably Taehyung moment that sends everyone into chaos? Sometimes, the smallest things create the biggest reactions. Taehyung has a unique ability to turn ordinary moments into something fans remember. His personality can be playful, unpredictable, mysterious, and sometimes impossible to read. That is exactly why trying to predict his next move can be almost impossible. And that brings us back to the phrase, if you get too close, he bites, smirking face. Of course, this is playful fan language, but it perfectly captures the idea that Taehyung should not be forced into a prediction simply because fans want a certain outcome. When expectations become too specific, the fun can disappear. Instead of enjoying what actually happens, everyone starts looking for evidence that confirms what they already hoped would happen. But Taehyung does not need to follow a script. He can surprise ARMY in his own way, and maybe that is exactly what makes September 1st so exciting. Right now, there are countless possibilities floating around the fandom. Some fans are hoping for a special post. Others are waiting for a personal message, a photo, an unexpected appearance, or simply a moment that feels uniquely Taehyung. And then there are fans who are trying to predict every possible scenario before the day even arrives. But perhaps the best strategy is to stop predicting and simply let Tae surprise us naturally. Because when Taehyung does something nobody expected, the reaction is often even bigger. The shock factor comes from not knowing. The excitement comes from discovering the moment at the same time as everyone else. Imagine checking your phone on September 1st and suddenly seeing a new Taehyung update. No warning, no obvious preparation, just Tae appearing on your screen when you least expect him. That kind of moment would instantly send ARMY into detective mode. What did he post? Why did he choose that photo? Why that timing? Is there a hidden meaning? Is this connected to something else? Suddenly, one simple update becomes a massive fandom conversation. That is the magic of Taehyung. He does not always need to announce that something special is coming. Sometimes, the surprise is special precisely because nobody knew it was coming. And this is why fans might want to lower their expectations for September 1st. Not because nothing interesting will happen, and definitely not because fans should stop being excited. Quite the opposite. The goal is to keep the excitement without turning speculation into certainty. There is a huge difference between saying, I hope Tae does something amazing, and saying, Tae is definitely going to do this. The first one is excitement. The second one can become pressure. Taehyung deserves the freedom to choose what he wants to share, when he wants to share it, and how he wants to celebrate or acknowledge a meaningful day. Maybe the surprise will be huge. Maybe it will be subtle. Maybe it will be funny. Maybe it will be completely random. Maybe it will be something only Taehyung could come up with. And honestly, that uncertainty is part of the fun. ARMY has spent years learning that BTS members can be unpredictable. Just when fans think they understand the plan, something unexpected happens. A casual post can become iconic, a simple interaction can dominate conversations, and a few seconds can become a viral moment. So why not give Taehyung the same freedom on September 1st? Instead of watching the clock and demanding a particular kind of surprise, imagine simply enjoying the moment whenever it arrives. And if nothing happens exactly as expected, that is okay too. Because not every meaningful day needs to become a giant event. Sometimes, fandom excitement becomes so focused on predictions that people forget to appreciate the person behind the speculation. Taehyung is more than theories. He is more than countdowns. He is more than whatever fans think might happen on a particular date. He is an artist with his own personality, creativity, schedule, and choices. And that is exactly why his unexpected moments feel so special. There is also something hilarious about how quickly ARMY can turn a tiny clue into a full investigation. One detail appears, and suddenly everyone becomes a detective. Someone notices a date, someone remembers an old comment, another fan creates a theory, and another person finds a completely unrelated connection. 5 minutes later, the fandom has an entire storyline. And then Taehyung casually does something nobody predicted. That is the kind of chaos we should be prepared for. Face with tears of joy, Purple Heart. So, as September 1st approaches, maybe the message is simple: do not overthink it. Do not turn every little thing into confirmation. Do not assume you already know what Taehyung is planning. And most importantly, do not let expectations become more important than the actual moment. Because if Tae wants to surprise us, let him surprise us. If he wants to be playful, let him be playful. If he wants to share something personal, let him share it naturally. And if he decides to do something completely unexpected, well, that is probably when ARMY will completely lose it. Loudly crying face fire. There is something exciting about leaving room for the unexpected. When you do not know what is coming, every possibility feels more interesting. Maybe September 1st will be quiet. Maybe it will be unforgettable. Maybe Tae will post something that has everyone replaying it 10 times. Maybe he will casually drop one picture and disappear, leaving millions of fans screaming at their screens. Or maybe he will do something so random that nobody can even explain it. Whatever happens, the most important thing is to enjoy the moment instead of trying to control it. And if there really is a surprise waiting for ARMY, perhaps the best surprise is the one we never saw coming. So tell me, ARMY. Ice Purple Heart, what do you think Taehyung might do on September 1st? Are you expecting a major surprise, or are you trying to keep your expectations low and simply let Tae do whatever he wants? Would you rather see a big announcement, a new photo, a message, or one of those completely unexpected Taehyung moments that instantly takes over the fandom? And be honest, if Tae suddenly posts something at a completely unexpected time, are you staying calm? Because we all know the answer. Face with tears of joy, one notification appears, everyone freezes, the screenshot gets taken, the theories begin, and suddenly September 1st becomes another unforgettable day for ARMY. That is why this countdown is so much fun. Not because we know what is going to happen, but because we do not. So instead of trying to predict every move, let's give Taehyung the space to surprise us naturally. Maybe the biggest moment is already being planned. Maybe it is not. Maybe the wild surprise fans are imagining will happen. Maybe Tae will completely flip the script. And honestly, if anyone can do that, it is Taehyung. So remember, keep the excitement, keep the curiosity, keep the theories fun, but leave a little room for the unexpected. Smirking face Purple Heart, because September 1st is not about forcing a prediction to come true. It is about seeing what Taehyung chooses to share when the moment arrives. And if he gives us something completely unexpected, well, Army, you were warned. If you get too close, he bites. Smirking face fire. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next Taekook and Taehyung update. Purple Heart, your support means so much and helps us continue bringing you more fan discussions, reactions, theories, and updates. And now, the countdown continues. September 1st is getting closer. The expectations are rising. The theories are getting louder. But the real question remains: what will Taehyung actually do? We have no idea. And maybe that is exactly how it should be. So let's wait, watch, and let Tae surprise us naturally. Because when Taehyung decides to make a move, you never really know what is coming next. Ice Purple Heart, see you in the next video, ARMY. Until then, stay curious, stay excited, and most importantly, let Tae be Tae. Smirking face Purple Heart.